Today I want to talk about Iowa State. No, it's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. As always, college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, I want to briefly chat about Iowa State. Yes, the Cyclones coming off of their best season in program history. When Matt Campbell looked at everybody, grabbed the mic like Jordan Belfort and said, "I'm not effing leaving." Okay? He returns everybody else who's not effing leaving. Brock Purdy, Breece Hall, Chase Allen, Charlie Kolar, the wide receiving group, Will McDonald IV, who is the most slept on defensive lineman in this entire country. My God, that dude was a sack master, and y'all are still disparaging him. Mike Rose, who was the best inside linebacker not named Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah or Zaven Collins. Both of those dudes going to the NFL draft. And then Greg Eisworth, who's coming back for another one, like DJ Khaled, another one. Could be a four-time All-Big 12 performer in that secondary. And we know John Haycock's three-man front, umbrella defense, bend, don't break. We going to make it hard for you to move it down the field, and we going to tackle well in space. Going to be back. Matt Campbell out there on the sticks going, no, Iowa State is next up. And you know what? There's reason to believe this because Breece Hall became the first unanimous All-American in Iowa State football history and is the best returning tailback in the country. You can make an argument for Bijan Robinson if you want to, but not on production level because Bijan didn't even earn that starting job until late. That might not be his fault, but the point remains. Breece Hall took that zone blocking scheme to another level, and they got all the offensive linemen coming back. So check this out, all right? You got Charlie Kolar, who was preseason All-American and will be again this year. Chase Allen is enormous. And then there's this idea that Brock Purdy develops into the kind of passer that is capable of being the best in the Big 12 in a year in which Spencer Rattler probably retains that title after last year. Texas is going to be breaking a new scheme and a new quarterback. Baylor's still trying to figure out whether or not it's coming or going after firing Larry Fedora and trying to install a new offense with a new starting quarterback because Charlie Brewer is in Salt Lake City now. Texas Christian has a chance, but they lost Sonny Cumbie to Texas Tech, so now it's the Doug Meacham show. But Max Duggan is there, and we'll see whether or not, Chad Morris's kid ends up doing something worthwhile. I think there's a chance for Chandler to be really great at Texas Christian. I'd be excited to see that. But Kansas State is going to be Kansas State. Deuce Vaughn is the best all-purpose player in this conference, but in a year where Kansas State's expected to be down, even if they return Skylar Thompson, I don't expect much. But then again, I didn't expect them to beat Oklahoma last year, and they're 2-0 in the Chris Kleiman era. Chris Kleiman is undefeated against Oklahoma. My God. Which gets me back to this Iowa State bit, because in a year where Nebraska tried to duck Oklahoma until public sentiment caught up with them and said, y'all trying to do what? Iowa State and Kansas State, I don't give a damn that they are in the conference. You get the point here. Are not looking to duck Oklahoma because they feel like they can beat Oklahoma because they have. My God, Iowa State and Kansas State have both beaten Oklahoma. In a year where Oklahoma won the Cotton Bowl, almost said the Sugar Bowl, Cotton Bowl, and beat up on Florida. I don't even care anymore that Florida didn't have its full assortment of, scrumptious, delicious offensive weapons. The point here is, if Iowa State's going to have a magic year, and you could argue that last year was that year, right? They're going to have another magic year. It's going to be this year. Because you got Breece Hall for just this one more year. You got Brock Purdy for just this one more year. And you're going to have this full assortment of experience, dyed in the wool, can go out there and hit them players for just this one more year. And then I expect Matt Campbell's staff to start getting picked off with quickness, right? Iowa State returns 94% of its offensive production and 88% of its overall production and ranks 4th in the SP Plus's returning production category. You need to be paying attention to what Iowa State is building in Ames right now. You need to pay attention because I believe Iowa State's going to be there at the end against Oklahoma once again. Now, whether or not Oklahoma beats them in the regular season, got to do it to get in the national championship, I think. But they've proven that they can get a loss and still get into the playoff and have a shot at the national championship against Texas. 2018, and then Iowa State in 2017. So it's not out of the realm of possibility at all. but you have to, or Kansas State, Kansas State 2019. But this is the year that if Iowa State, if anybody's going to unseat Oklahoma, it is going to be the Iowa State Cyclones. Pay attention to what Matt Campbell's doing. Pay attention to what goes on to Jack Trice. But also know this. Iowa State has 0 cupcakes on the non-con. Okay? They got Northern Iowa to start the season. Northern Iowa is a top 10 program in the FCS in the spring and probably next year as well. Then they got to play Iowa. And Iowa ain't going to be no easy win for them. It's just not the way it's going to be. Matter of fact, I would not be surprised to find out that Iowa State tries to go find themselves a cupcake in this here year, though I think this is a great year to talk about strength of schedule, though I don't know how much people are going to care about strength of schedule in an FCS team, even if it is a top 10 team. That's also the thing that really bothers me is, like, you can schedule North Dakota State and get no credit for scheduling North Dakota State or James Madison or any other of these great programs. And then UNLV, I think if they got a chance to shark Justin Rogers, you're going to talk about a really decent football program. Because Justin Rogers, at the time that he had signed with Texas Christian, was the highest rated Texas Christian prospect to ever sign with Texas Christian. And then, Zach Evans came along. And Zach Evans, I can't wait for that man to be who he is going to be. And I hope it's this year. I'm really hoping it's this year. But, you're coming in with an offense that was run pretty damn well, all things considered. So I'm here for the Matt Campbell experience. I'm here for their schedule. I think they'll be awesome. All right. That's it for me. Deuces.